Good morning. I just wanted to take a few minutes to give a shout out to some of the folks that went to convention. We've just come back. It's Wednesday. It's taken me a couple of days to recover housework and getting going with some of my business stuff. So I wanted to just touch bases with everybody for just a few minutes. I want to shout out to the people who were there at convention, and I want to talk a little bit about team stuff before we have our call on Friday night. So first of all, I want to thank all of the people who came to convention, and I know that it wasn't easy for some of you to get there. I know that you wondered if it was going to be worth the money and the effort and the time, and I'm pretty sure everybody came away with it thinking that you get it now. You get the big picture. So let's start with Christy Camarillo. Christy came on board with me fairly early in my coaching. I bought my coach kit and my food at the same time. And she was a pretty quick client and then became a coach fairly quickly after that. And bless her heart, she has been with me in my learning and my personal development. And Christy, you are just amazing. You are so business savvy, and you have such knowledge, and you bring such experience to this business with what you've done in your life and what you do in your job now. It's just really invaluable. I value your friendship. I love that you're keeping on, struggling, to balance your regular job and your Take Shape for Life business, and you know what can happen, and you're working on this part. And Christy was there, and I'm pretty sure that part of the draw was she had an awesome roommate. She's made friends with coaches from other teams still on our big team, but on other teams. And she roomed with a girlfriend. So pretty sure that was the draw. But regardless, she made the commitment to come. She has a really busy life. She has really lots of animals that she has to, take care of. And she made the commitment. You made the commitment to come. And I'm really, really excited about moving your business forward and wherever you want it to go. Mary Sexton. Mary Sexton's been on board for a couple of years now, and she is a Medifast lead. She lives up the hill from me, about 45 minutes to an hour, and Mary, you're amazing. She knows the habits of health inside and out on our team. Mary Sexton, that's the person you're going to want to ask about stuff and ask for input. She is in the same boat as Christy. Mary, I appreciate you juggling your life, your children, your grandchildren, your husband, your job. She lives in a town of, like 3,500 people. So when you say that you can't, do a business in a small town, Mary is proving otherwise. She is her personal development. Mary, your personal development is amazing. How I've seen you evolve and get your head in the game, and you're aware of where you're at. I'm hoping that convention, and I think it did, I think it helped you to get your head in that good place, so that you can see the vision and you can plan what you'd like and maybe what was holding back. And we had a lot of mentoring time in the car. Bless her heart, she had 6 hours with me coming down the whole time we were there. Well, not the whole time we were there. She also had some amazing roommates, although she did not know them. She did not know who they were until we arrived. And, you talk about the universe or the God thing or whatever working. It did for Mary. She started out rooming with one group of coaches from Tennessee. She went to another group of coaches from Wichita. She went to a coach from here in the Bay Area. And then she ended up rooming with Jackie Reich, who is in the Gold Country down here in California and fairly close to Mary. And the feedback that I got from her in the car ride home about that mentorship and Jackie helping and just getting a different spin on it, still on our same team, so we have the same framework. But Mary, that was really fun, and I appreciate your candor and your honesty. And when you get in the car with me for 12 hours in 5 days, you're gonna get an earful. So I appreciate you, and I'm glad you were there, and I'm excited to see where you go with your business. Katie Schmidt, my number one girl, bless her heart. She registered last year at convention. Christy and Mary, both first convention for them. Katie, this was her third convention. Katie has started a new job, could not get time off to come early in the week, still paid all of her registration fees, the cost that it was for her to get there. She didn't arrive until Friday after everything was over. So really, for the money that she spent, she got one general session and one training session, because actually the Tuesday afternoon sessions that she wanted to go to, both of them were full. She couldn't get into. And she still came away with takeaways. She still can see the vision. She's talking about who she wants to bring with her next year to Orlando with her team. She's already presented. Katie, you talked to me. You're already getting out of your box. Maybe not looking at. Katie's fairly young, and a lot of people have money issues or don't have weight issues. She lives in San Diego. That's the land of the beautiful. So Katie talked to me a little bit about that, and she's kind of moving forward. And she and I had a conversation, and she's already presenting the coaching opportunity this week to a couple of people, because that's what she wants to do, and she can see that, her vision for her and Bart and where they're going to go. And Katie, you have been a constant source of inspiration for me. Watching you do what you do, and watching your positiveness and your personal development and your maturity is amazing. And third convention, you guys, and she was in Washington, D.C., she was in Nashville, and she was in Anaheim. So, really no excuses. And I appreciate you. I appreciate you being there and making the effort. And I know you weren't feeling well, and you still did an amazing job being there. So I'm excited. Paula and Scott Ruska, when we talk about reconnecting with people and reaching out with people and making friends on Facebook and going back to high school and going to college and going to your church and going to your hometown, Paula and I went to high school together. We were on a cheer squad together. They called it Song Girls then. I don't know if they dance team or whatever. Anyway, we did that. And she just watched me on Facebook. I became her friend, and she just watched me. And Paula, this is amazing. I'm so excited that you and Scott are in business with Brent and I. And I'm thrilled that you were there. They were both there last year in Nashville. They caught the vision. They were there by themselves. This year, they brought two coaches. What looked like it was going to be three, except Blake couldn't get here from Louisiana because of work. But Scott's calm, articulate manner is just his patience and his insight to some things when we talk about our teams and how they're going to grow together is amazing. And Paula, you hang in there. You can see it. You caught it. I think, like I said, last year you guys were there in Nashville, and this year you brought a couple of coaches with you, and next year, it's going to be amazing too. And I am so excited to have you with us. And they brought a couple of coaches. Nikki Nance. Nikki, I got to meet you a little bit in December when I was there in New Mexico and we were building your team. And I have to say, you are one of the most full of grace people that I have met in my life. You have a quiet, sweet disposition. You have, although that does not equate to weakness, because you are a strong mom. You spin all the plates and make it look easy. And I was really excited to have you there. I knew in my heart that if you could hear Dr. Anderson and Dan Bell and Meg Sheets talk about, and Janet from the home office, if you could hear them and see and understand the mission of this business and the integrity of this business and the transparency of this business, that you would have, the sky would be the limit. And I'm hoping, and I'm pretty sure from what I gleaned from you while we were together, I think you have that. And I am very excited to work with you and Paula and help you take your business where you want to go. And I'm excited about you bringing a new baby. I mean, she came pregnant, halfway through a pregnancy, and that was commitment. So I appreciate you, and I appreciate you being there. Paula and Scott's other coach that made the trip was Larissa Dees. If we could bottle your excitement and your enthusiasm for life and your family, we would all be presidential, because all we'd have to do is drink it, and by the end of 2 or 3 months, we would all have our teams built. You have more energy than I have ever seen, and you're passionate for this business. I appreciate the fact that you were there and that you took a little bit of coaching and took my advice to go into the different sessions. You paid attention. You were fully present at those. You came out with your takeaways, and she's going to share some of those on the call. You're getting laser focused. You are a passionate mommy, and we talk about that a lot. But I could see you evolving as a leader, and you starting to focus on the business. When we have conversations, we're talking about the business. And I watched you do that and evolve as this week progressed last week. And like I said, your enthusiasm is infectious. And Larissa she's only like 6 people from executive director by volume. So as we start to grow, Larissa, and as you start to bring on clients onto your team, and Paula and Scott are going to mentor you in New Mexico, and I'm going to always be here, it's going to be amazing, and I can't wait to see it. And it was just an amazing time. We had a great time. The Fisk event was amazing. Nikki and I both won a little bit of money on Friday night with Kim Fisk, our presidential director. Everyone got to meet our global director, Heidi Neufer, in person, and it was just really an awesome time. So let's go forward. Friday night, I do want to shout out to Blake. Blake Stutzman from Louisiana really was planning on coming, and something came up that he could not get away from work. So I do want to shout out to him, because he did do the what if. He had just come back from vacation, and he and Paula and Scott worked together, and they did the what if I did this, what if I could, and he really had planned on trying to make it, and I want to give him that kudos. So let's move forward to Friday night. Friday night at 7 o'clock Pacific time. We're going to do a Zoom call. The link is in Team Schmidt. It's pinned at the top. We are going to do our convention takeaways, what you learned, what you saw, what your takeaways were. We're going to talk a little bit about moving forward and mentoring calls and team calls. We're going to talk a little bit about the new Be Slim that's going to be happening August 1st. We need to get that under. There's lots of changes for your clients, and you need to be educated about that. So we're going to talk about that on Friday night too. I know it's a little late on the East Coast, but it's a Friday night, and I need you guys to make the commitment. If you can be on 7 o'clock, I will try to keep it at an hour. If you need to get off earlier than that, as much time as you can, wherever you are, get on the phone. If you can't be on with your Zoom, but if you have an iPhone, you can be on with your Zoom. And I will mute you if it's too loud, and then I will unmute you when it's time for you to talk or you'd like to talk. So please, everybody, make that commitment to be on. We are moving and shaking, and we are getting America healthy one person at a time, and I'm really excited about the road we're headed down with our team. And I'm looking forward to seeing all of you on Friday night. Again, East Coast, Midwest, California, New Mexico, wherever you're at, figure out the time zones. I'm really bad at that. You can get on your iPad, you can get on your laptop, you can get on your smartphone. Click on the link on Team Schmidt. It will take you right there. I will be there. If it's noisy, or if you need to just call in and not be on Zoom, you can do that too. Not a problem. We don't have to see your face. You see me. I'm going over to my son's to help work in the yard today. I just got out of the shower, didn't wash my hair, put on a t-shirt. But I'm here because it's not about what I look like. It's about the passion that I have for helping each one of you find healthy mind, healthy body, and healthy finances. And we want to share that with the world. And we want to hone our craft. And that's what we're doing. We're making the commitment to be on the phone. So I will see you all Friday night, 7 p.m. Pacific time. Bye.